Yo guys, my name is GhostX, and today I wanted to talk to you about the prospect of a Call of Duty Ghosts 2. So I'm probably going to do another video on the idea of a Modern Warfare 4, because obviously now we know Call of Duty Black Ops 3 by Treyarch is going to release at the end of this year, on November 6th, but we want to look ahead a little bit further than that, and kind of see what we might get next year from Infinity Ward. Now, a lot of people have ruled out instantly that we're not going to get a World War 2 game, but I'd also like to remind you guys that not only did Infinity Ward start the Call of Duty franchise, but they also started it in World War 2. The first two Call of Duty games were made by Infinity Ward, and they were both set in World War 2. So they could return to World War 2 if that's something you wanted to consider. But in this video we want to sort of look at what will happen if they were to create a sequel to Call of Duty Ghosts. Now I know a lot of people instantly are going to go, that's not a good idea, because Ghost wasn't that popular, and there's a few reasons why it wasn't popular. One of those reasons was because of it wasn't done very well. The engine that it ran on was basically the same engine that's been running on since COD 4, and they pushed it a little bit too far. On the PlayStation 4, which you're probably going to see in this gameplay, you're going to see a little bit of screen tearing, some frame rate drops, and there's overall quite a lot of issues with Call of Duty Ghost. It was never fixed, even through the year's lifespan of the game. Now you got to remember, this was before the 3-year development cycle, so Call of Duty Ghost was the last game to be developed with 2 years development time, so it didn't have as much time that Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 have had put into them, which is something to bear in mind. Now, the next Infinity Ward game they've been working on since the release of Call of Duty Ghost, so it will have that 3-year development cycle time into the game, so it should be a little bit more polished before it's released. Now let's have a look at Call of Duty Ghost and some of the best things about this game. Now we've looked at the negatives, and there are a few of them. I mean, you know, there's the screen tearing and the frame rate issues, and then the overall progression system wasn't that good, where there's the squad points they were called. You could literally buy whatever you wanted after playing a few matches. You could play like 5 matches and then have enough squad points to buy your favourite gun, and then you'd be set then. You wouldn't have to worry about playing too many games. There was nothing that sort of brought you back to the progression system. Nothing that made you really want to prestige either. There was nothing in the game that made you want to play it, which is a real shame from Infinity Ward that produced games like Modern Warfare 2, which had you engrossed for years. But it is a bit of a shame. Now I wouldn't mind seeing a Ghost 2, because I think if they put enough time into it with this extra year, that they could improve this game a lot. Now I like the setting and the story and everything they put into the sort of background of the game, and I think it could go places. I think if they made a Modern Warfare 4, they would be milking the Modern Warfare sub-franchise a little bit too much. I think Modern Warfare 3 is where it should have ended. I think the trilogy is good for that sort of franchise. I mean, Makarov's dead, and most of the characters are actually dead in Modern Warfare 3, so it wouldn't really make sense unless they made a ton of new characters, and I think they'll just be too similar to Modern Warfare 3 if they did that, because if we remember Modern Warfare 2, a lot of the characters died off. Modern Warfare 3, they just made a ton of new ones. I think they'll keep doing that. It's just going to end the franchise. I mean, it's not a good idea to keep just milking a sub-franchise like Modern Warfare, which was a beast trilogy, and I think it should stay that way. If we want to return to the Modern Warfare days, they should remaster them and not make a sequel. That's just my opinion on that, though. But with Ghost, it's a new sub-franchise. They haven't gone too far with it. I mean, there's only been one game in this sub-franchise. I think they could make a Ghost 2. There's no reason why they can't. I think they're a bit worried, and rightfully so. I think the community will react badly to a Ghost 2. They didn't react very well to Ghost, or even Advanced Warfare for that matter, which were both new sub-franchises, so we should bear that in mind as well. Is that Infinity Ward are going to be a little bit, you know, put off about the fact of making a Ghost 2, but at the same time they might think the same thing about a Modern Warfare 4, because a lot of people might think they're just milking a franchise like me. That's my opinion on it, but I know a lot of people would actually like a Modern Warfare 4. I wouldn't mind either way. I would like a Ghost 2 or Modern Warfare 4, but I'm more leaning towards a Ghost 2. I'd like to see what they can do with this sub-franchise, this new setting, this new theme, new weapons. Everything they introduced in Ghost I really liked. I just wish they had thought more about the progression system and a little bit more about how they're going to go about the whole engine. I'd like it if they had made their own engine. Now with this 3-year development cycle, it's entirely possible that Infinity Ward now have their own new engine. I don't think they're going to do what Treyarch have done with Black Ops 2, which is reuse the old engine. I think that it's been milked enough now. It needs to stop there, and they need to introduce a new engine like Sledgehammer Games did with Advanced Warfare. But Advanced Warfare had its own issues, but we're not going to cover that in this video. We're going to look more towards the Ghost side of things. Now in the background you can see some Ghost gameplay, and the reason I'm on squads is another problem with Ghosts. the actual online, there is literally no one online right now. There are more people on Black Ops 2 than there are on Ghost or Advanced Warfare, which is ridiculous. That game is since 2012, that's a couple of years old now, and you got Black Ops 3 coming out now, and there's still tons and tons of people playing Black Ops 2 because it was such a good game. Now there's no one on Ghost, there's more people on Advanced Warfare than Ghost, not just because it's a new game, it's just because Ghost just didn't really appeal to many people. There was just something wrong with it. Maybe it was the feeling, I'm not entirely sure, because I enjoyed Ghost to a degree. I didn't so much enjoy the online portion of it. I actually enjoyed Squad, which is what I'm playing in the background here. I think Squad should return in the next Call of Duty. I'm kind of glad it's not in Black Ops 3 or Advanced Warfare. Well, presumably not in Black Ops 3. I can't see why Treyarch would put it in their game. But I enjoyed Squads because it meant you didn't have to go online against other people to rank up your progression. Now that might sound a little bit scrubby, you know, going against bots because you can't handle online. That's not the case at all. I like to play online. It's just sometimes it gets a bit frustrating. You know what it's like. You play a few games online and you enter a few bad lobbies, you get, you know, a bit of try-harding and stuff like that, and it puts you off online for a bit. Instead of just rage quitting or just leaving, I just go to Squad, you know, calm down a little bit, play some Squads, kill some bots, enjoy myself, and still rank up in the meantime. I think it's a really good system, and I would love it to return in the next Call of Duty game, whether it be Modern Warfare 4 or Ghost 2. The other thing I really miss now from a long time ago in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, the final Modern Warfare game, was Face Off, and this was added in DLC. Now, Face Off was absolutely fantastic. It was a 2v2 or 3v3. I think there was also a 4v4 mode for Face Off on dedicated Face Off maps. You couldn't play these Face Off maps on any other multiplayer mode. They were entirely dedicated to Face Off, and they were really fun. Things like Aground and Erosion were really good maps. I remember getting up into the tower on Erosion and just annihilating the enemy team with my best mate, and I really miss those days. I really miss the days where you could hop on with your best mate and play some Face Off. I really would like that to return, and I'm really gutted it didn't return in Ghost, and I hope they take it the extra step and maybe improve Face Off with the next Call of Duty game. Now, we pretty much know Infinity Ward are making the next Call of Duty game. We're not 100% sure, it hasn't been officially confirmed, but I'm not sure whether or not it was actually officially confirmed there is a Call of Duty game coming in 2016. I don't know why they would end the entire franchise with Black Ops 3. It's very unlikely. I'm wholly sure that Infinity Ward are working on another game, trying to re-earn their reputation from the sort of sad disappointment of Ghosts. And I hope they do well with what they ever do next. They might even make a new sub-franchise again, try again, maybe forget about Ghosts, forget about the Modern Warfare trilogy and just try something new. But those were my thoughts really on Call of Duty Ghosts 2, Modern Warfare, whatever the next game might be. We know Black Ops 3 is coming at the end of the year, but I just wanted to look a little bit further and maybe get your guys' opinion on what you might think will come next. So leave comments if you like, whatever what you think might be the next Call of Duty game, and I will see you on the next video. Ghost X out.